Petite Rouge, a Cajun Red Riding Hood, written by Mike Artell and illustrated by Jim Harris, and read with permission from the publisher Dial Books for Young Readers. Back in the swamp where that Spanish moss grow, I heard me a story from a long time ago. In a little old house that'd been built out of wood lived a girl people called Petite Rouge Riding Hood. One day when her grand-mère came down with the flu, Petite Rouge mama told her what she got to do. Take her this gumbo and 3 or 2 sweater and some of this boudin that's gonna make her feel better. You can take the pirogue with that big long push pole, and there's just one more thing you got to be told. Don't stop in the swamp, Shy. Don't you stop on the way, 'cause the swamp's full of gators, Shy. That's where they stay. So you take that cat in the pirogue with you and bring yourself home just as soon as you through. Petite Rouge took that food and her cat Tigeon too. Then she jumped in that pirogue like she was told to do. Mama waved adieu and Tigeon he waved back, and he floated through the swamp where the water looked black. They don't be gone long when they see by a stump a big, long, green log that got plenty of bump. That log it came close to the pirogue and say, "Now what you two doing out here, s'il vous plaît?" It was Claude, that old gator. Petite Rouge got a hunch that old Claude was thinking he'd like to have her for lunch. "We taking this food to ma grand-mère," she say, "and I got me this pole, so you get out the way." Uh-oh. Pardon, mademoiselle. I don't mean to be rude. I was just thinking that maybe you could share some of your food. A taste of that boudin or that shrimp étouffée, that's all that I want. Then I'ma get out of your way. Petite Rouge raised that pole way up high in the air, and she looked at old Claude and she gave him a stare. Like that. "I'm counting to 3, and if you still dare, this pole is gonna hit you where you part you hair." And when she said 1, old Claude he backed out the way. He knew that girl sure enough meant what she said. Then little Petite Rouge pushed that pirogue again, and old Claude closed his eyes, and old Claude he started to grin. "Now I got an idea, and I know what to do. I'll get me that food and that little girl too." That gator swam fast, and then he quick as a mouse, he was up on the porch of Grandma's old house. That must be Grandma. He opened the door and then sticked in his head, and then he saw Grandma asleep in the bed. He tried to tiptoe so she didn't hear no sound, but his tail bumped the shelf and 2 cups fell down. When they hit the floor, crash! It broke both them cups, and Grandma she heard it, and Grandma she woke up. "Sacré!" she exclaimed, "I know this ain't right." Then she ran in the closet and locked that door tight. "Ha ha!" old Claude laughed. "You can hide, that's okay. In fact, it's mo better with you out the way." Must have a plan. Claude put on the nightgown and Grandma's nightcap, then jumped in the bed like he was taking a nap. He pulled up the covers round his big old green head and pretend that he's Grandma just laying in bed. And sure enough, right soon, there's a knock at the door, and Claude said, "Come in. What you stay outside for?" And in walked Tigeon and Petite Rouge Riding Hood, and they looked at Grandma, and she did not look good. Petite Rouge said, "Grandma, Mad, your face is all green, and your skin got the bumps. Now, what does that mean? Oh, Claude make a smile, and he said, "It's the flu. It makes me all green with them bumps, that's for true. Why don't you come closer? 'Cause I want to see all that good food your mama done cooked for poor me." Petite Rouge Riding Hood and then Tigeon the cat, they take a step closer from where they was at. Petite Rouge, she say, "Grand-mère, I know you been sick, but I think my eyes be playing me a trick. You might your mouth's kind of big and your nose is kind of long, and I got me a feeling that something bad is wrong." "I've been rubbing my nose with them tissues," said Claude, "and my nose looked funny 'cause I rubbed it too hard." "Now come one step closer," said Claude, kinda sweet, "'cause I'm thinking that maybe it's about time to eat." Petite Rouge and Tigeon got up real close. When Claude smiled, Tigeon turned white as a ghost. Petite Rouge, she said, "Grand-mère, your teeth big and white." And Tigeon and me know that something's not right. And that's when Claude laughed and he said, "Oh, mais oui, it ain't right for you, but it's sure right for me." Oh, mon Dieu. What's going to happen now? Claude threw off them sheets. Petite Rouge shouted, "Aye, it's that gator who want to make lunch out of me." Claude crawled out the bed and then onto the floor, and then Petite Rouge knew she got some trouble for sure. But Tigeon, that cat, y'all, he knew just what to do. He's smart for a cat, yeah. You know that's for true. When Claude turned his back, Tigeon ran to the table and jumped on the top just as fast as he was able. He find him the bottle that said red hot sauce. Then he reached back his arm and he gave it a toss. He saw Petite Rouge catch the sauce in her hand. Then he pulled out that basket and a piece of boudin. He tossed that boudin just when Claude started to hiss. Tigeon crossed his fingers and hoped that she don't miss. Petite Rouge watched that boudin come flying through the air. Then she reached up and caught it. But guess who was right there? That's right, it was Claude. Petite Rouge knew one thing. Oh, Claude's mouth ain't open 'cause he liked to sing. She took that hot sauce and for you count to two, she soaked that boudin with that sauce, true and true. She shoved that boudin right in front of Claude's nose. Just about the same time, Claude done snapped his jaw closed. He think he done bite Petite Rouge Riding Hood. And at first Claude be thinking she tastes pretty good. But then he stopped chewing and closed both his eyes. Then he sat up and think maybe he's gonna die. He made them back flip 'cause that boudin was so hot. And then next thing you know, his tail tied up in a knot. He danced all around. He didn't know what to do. His mouth felt like fire and his nose was burning too. So into the swamp with his mouth open wide, Claude jumped in that water to cool off inside. And then from that closet, Grand-mère, she peeked out 'cause she wanted to see what was making Claude shout. And when she saw Claude in that swamp jumping around, she come out the closet and she danced up and down. Then Grand-mère, Pigeon and Petite Rouge Riding Hood, they was rolling on that floor and they laughed theyself good. Then Grand-mère stand up and she dust off her clothes. She said, "Whoo, that for sure smell good to my nose. Now pull up some chair and let's take a look at all of that good food your mama done cooked." And soon they all eaten that shrimp étouffée, boudin, and gumbo with lots of filet. And when they all through, Petite Rouge tell Grand-mère, "Go sit yourself down in your big rocking chair." Grand-mère, she sat down with Pigeon on her lap. As soon as Petite Rouge and them all take them a nap. And folks in the swamp say that sometimes they see old Claude hanging around that old stump of a tree. 'Cause Claude, that old gator, he finally cooled down. But when he sees people now, he don't come around. Old Claude reckon people be too hot to eat. He don't know that the hot sauce done made all that heat. Old Claude, he be tricked, so it all worked out good for Pigeon, Grand-mère, and Petite Rouge Riding Hood. The end. Thank y'all for listening, and thank you to the publisher for letting us read their book.